Hello, Assalamualaikum. Spek mata Wan tu. Okey, Assalamualaikum semua. Bersama saya, Cikgu Wan. Okey, apa khabar semua? Cikgu Wan harap semua pelajar berada dalam keadaan sihat walafiat. Okey, di sini di Negeri Sembilan ini sekarang tengah hujan lebat. Really hope that it won't disrupt our internet connection, and I hope that all of you have a good internet connection as well. Okay, so today I'm not alone. I will be accompanied by my friends, Sir Sarimi Sabudin from College Matriculasi Kelantan. Okay, a little bit background about Sir Sarimi. He graduated from University of Sheffield, United Kingdom. He has experience in teaching mathematics for 8 years in matriculation, and before this at secondary school. Okay, I met him during KPLI at IPG Pulau Pinang. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Sir Sarimi. Please. Okay, silakan Sir Sarimi.
Okay, hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright, so for tonight, we're going to discuss about geometric progression. So I can start now, Cikgu Wan, or need to do some introduction first? No? Alright, so back to our business, which is, so I will share my screen. The window application. Alright. Alright, so topic for tonight is geometric progression, okay, which is one part of the in sequence and series, okay, for I think for SES. Alright, so in this part, okay, for geometric progression is about a progression, okay. Sometimes we call it geometric series. Okay, so do you know what is the difference between progression, sequence, and series? They are the same or they are different thing? Dia tanya begitu Okay, so progression is when we write down the sequence in a comma form. Like for example, we write 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and so
Okay,
on.
Sir
This is
Sarimi
what we
minta
call.
besarkan sikit screen boleh? Minta zoom in sikit. Para pelajar dia kurang nampak, especially those who using handphone. So maybe dapat zoom in sikit.
Okay, ini boleh.
Oh, that's really good. Tapi tadi tak nampak benda lain pula. Tak apa. Okay, if that's what you want to present, okay lah.
Right, so when we write down the sequence in a comma form, okay, we put in a range, okay, we arrange in a comma. So this is what we call a sequence. Okay, just a little bit of introduction. Okay, and if we write down, for example, 1 plus 2 plus plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 and so on. Okay, this is what we call a series. Okay, just a brief introduction about a sequence and series. Okay, so basically when we found, okay, the sequence is in a comma form, so that is a progression or a sequence. But if we have in a in addition form, that is a series. Alright, so basically a geometric progression is when the first term to become the second term, we need to multiply something. Okay, so for example, A is a first term, so to become a second term, we need to multiply with R. And to get the third term, we need to multiply the second term with R. So R is what we call a common ratio. Okay, why we call it a common ratio? Because when we want to find the common ratio, we need to take the ratio, okay, the term that we pick, and we divide with the previous term. Okay, So R is equals to Tn over Tn minus 1. That's mean we can choose either the popular one we're going to use T2 over T1 lah. This is the popular thing we do. Or maybe we can choose any other term. For example, we can take T99 divided by T98. Okay. Okay. Asalkan dia the term and the previous term. Okay. Because we take the ratio, and if we take any ratio for any term, okay, the answer is always the same. That's why we call it a common. Okay. Common ni means sepunya lah. Okay. Alright. So right, and the first term, okay, which is A, is a special information that we need, which is a first term. Sometimes we call it T1, or in general we call it A. Alright, like arithmetic sequence. Okay, arithmetic sequence, we have arithmetic. Okay, we also have A, which is A is a first term. So the same with the geometric progression. Also, we have the first term, which is the first term lah. Okay, A is a first term. But the difference is between the arithmetic and geometric is the geometric sequence has a common ratio. While for arithmetic, we have a common difference, which is D. Okay, so that's the difference between geometric and arithmetic progression. Alright, so maybe I don't have to discuss a lot about this. Okay, basically in geometric progression, we have several formula that you need to know. Okay, the first one is how to find the common ratio. So the common ratio, like I told you before this, which is Tn over Tn minus 1. Alright, and the second formula is the nth term. Okay, basically in question, they always write like this, the nth term. Okay, sebutan ke n. Okay, so nth term, okay, the formula is A times R to the power of n minus 1. Okay, I think during the exam, the formula is given, so you don't have to remember this or to memorize this formula. Okay. Alright, and also the same with the arithmetic, we also have the formula for the sum of the first nth term. Okay, or in short, we call it Sn. Alright, so for geometric progression, we have two types of Sn. The first one is when R is greater than 1. Okay, when R is greater than 1, we're going to use this formula where we take R to the power of n minus 1 over R minus 1. Okay, for when R is less than 1, we use the formula, okay, 1 minus R. Okay, so make sure you take a correct formula according to what value of R that you have. Okay, tapi sebenarnya dia tak ada masalah pun. Okay, if we choose a wrong formula, okay, just for our safety to make our life easier, so please choose according to the value of R. Okay, so tak semestinya kalau R is less than 1, we cannot choose the first formula. Okay, we still can use, but we will encounter with a negative number that will cause a lot of problem when we try to solve it. Okay, so make sure when R is greater than 1, we use the first formula. When R is less than 1, we use the second formula. Okay, and in geometric progression, okay, we have a special summation, which is a sum to infinity. Okay, only exists in geometric progression and only exists when R is the modulus of R is less than 1, or in other words, R is in between value of -1 and 1, or in number line, okay, between -1 and 1 means they are in a fraction that are less than 1. Okay, for example, 1 over 2, okay, 3 over 4. When R is in this value, it will has a infinite sum to infinity. All right, so that is the 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, the fifth formula. And the sixth formula is the same with the arithmetic. So the last formula it share with arithmetic sequence, which is Tn is equals to Sn minus 1. Okay. So formula ni digunakan untuk kedua-dua lah. Arithmetic guna, geometric pun guna. Okay. This formula. Okay, yang lain ni, ni ada special for geometric progression. Alright, so for today we're going to discuss how many example we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we have 7 example here. Okay, should be enough for today. Alright, so we look at the first question. Okay, the first example. Okay. So use the following information to write the nth term of for the geometric sequence. Alright, so when we want to solve a question about progression or sequence, okay, first step that we need to do is we need to know what we want to find. Okay, apa-apa pun bila kita nak buat sesuatu, kita kena tahu apa yang kita nak cari lah. Okay, so for this question, what you want to find is you want to find the nth term. Okay, so nth term means we will want to find Tn. Okay, so we want to find Tn, and the most important information, okay, that has in this question is it's mentioned here the sequence is a geometric sequence. Okay, so for tonight kita tahulah sebab kita bincang pasal geometric sequence. So all the question is about geometric sequence. But in exam, okay, sometimes the question didn't tell you whether the question is about geometric or an arithmetic sequence. So that is the first thing you need to know lah, whether it is a arithmetic or geometric sequence. But lucky for tonight, we're going to discuss about geometric sequence. And also in this question, it already mentioned, okay, this is a geometric sequence, okay, geometric progression. Alright, so why is so important to know whether it is a geometric and arithmetic sequence? Okay, because when we deal with geometric sequence, we're going to use a different formula, okay, compared to arithmetic sequence. So arithmetic sequence, it has their own formula, and for geometric sequence, it has their own formula. So we don't want to do some mistake lah. Okay, pick the wrong formula. Okay, we want to solve the question. Alright, so we know what we want to find. We want to find Tn, and then we need to list down all the information that we have. So here is already given the formula, the information, which is given the value for A, which is the first term, and the value for the second term. Okay, T2. Okay, T2 is second term. Alright, so to find Tn, okay, so Tn in general, okay, kita ambil formula tadi. So I paste here so easy to see. Alright, so Tn is equals to, okay, AR to the power of n minus 1. So okay. Alright, so that means if we want to find Tn, we need two things, which is we need to find A and we need to find R. And for this question, we already know A is half. So one of the problem is settled, which is we know A. So we need to find R. Alright, so to find R, we can use the second information, which is T2, okay, the second term, okay, which is equals to 4 over 3. Okay, so we can use formula for Tn, okay, for T2, if we substitute into the formula, T2 is A r to the power of 2 minus 1, which is equals to 4 over 3. And we also know the value for A, which is half. So this is half power of r, half times r, okay, because the power 2 minus 1 is 1, so it's just r, okay, 4 over 3. So that's mean if we rearrange this, we get r is equals to 8 over 3. Okay, so we get r. So settle lah. We already have all the thing that we want, which is a and r. So a is half, r is 8 over 3. So now we can substitute those value into the formula of Tn. So Tn is equals to a, okay, a is half, and r is 8 over 3, okay, power of n minus 1. Alright, so we get the general formula for Tn for this sequence, okay, which is, okay, 1 over 2, 8 over 3 to the power of n minus 1. So we get the answer for the first question. Alright. Okay, so next question is still the same with the first question. Okay, find Tn, okay, when given T6, which is the sixth term, and R. Okay, so the question is still we need to find Tn. Okay, we need to find Tn. So that's mean, like the previous question, we need to find A and R. But for this question, R is already given, so we know R is half, so we need to find A. So to find A, we can use the sixth term information, which is the sixth term is 3. So by the formula of Tn, where is the formula? Okay. Alright, so Tn is equals to A to the power A r to the power of n minus 1. So T6 means that is A r to the power of 6 minus 1 equals to 3. And we know the value of r, which is half. So half to the power of 5 is equals to 3. Okay. So half power of 5 is equivalent to 1 over 32. So it's become A over 32 equals to 3. So A is equals to 96. Right, so we already have the value of A and also R. So now we can substitute those value into the formula of Tn. So Tn is equals to A is 96 times R is half power of n minus 1. Right, so basically in our first example, we just use, okay, the formula of Tn, okay, or the nth term formula, which is A r to the power of n minus 1. Alright, so okay, so macam mana, teruskan ke? Okay. Alright, second example, okay. Okay, write the nth term of a geometric sequence when second term is 45 and the fifth term is negative 1215. Alright, so
Students
almost the
pun
same.
calculating with us. Ada yang bagi A 96, R 8/3. Baguslah. So they are with us lah. Concentrate. Very good.
Alright, so
Teruskan.
ada yang bagus eh. Okay. Alright, so can I continue with the second example? Okay. Alright, so second example, okay, almost the same with the previous example where we need to find the Tn, the nth term. So the nth term means we need to find Tn, okay, the general formula for it for nth term of the geometric sequence. Okay, also in this question, it's already mentioned this is a geometric sequence. Alright, so we need to use the formula for geometric sequence. So Tn is A, oops, okay, A r to the power of n minus 1. Alright, so to find Tn, like a previous question, we need to find A and we need to find R. Okay, but in this question, what the information that we have? We only have the information about second term, which is 45 and T5, okay, which is negative 1215. Right, so we need to find A and R because to construct a formula for Tn, we need A and R. Right, so we're going to use, okay, these two information, okay, T2 and T5. Okay, so T2 is A R to the power of n minus 1. N is 2, so 2 minus 1 is equals to 45, or this is just A R equals to 45. So from this equation, we cannot solve to find A or R. So this is our first equation. We just let like this. Right, and from the fifth term, okay, we also can use the formula Tn. So T5 is A R to the power of, okay, n minus 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. Is equals to negative 1215. So now we have two equations. Okay, so we can solve simultaneously these two equations to find A and R. Alright, so you can use a substitution method or you can use elimination method. So I will use elimination method. So I will take second equation and I divide by the first equation, because when I divide the second and the first equation, I can eliminate A, right? So from the second equation is A r to the power of 4 equals to negative 1215. Okay, divide by the first equation, which is AR, okay, equals to 45. So at the left hand side, okay, we can eliminate A's because A over A is 1. And also at the denominator, we have R. So we can eliminate 1R on the top. Okay, so we can eliminate R, 1 below. So left 3 here. So it just left R cube at the numerator. And also a negative 1215 divided by 45 is equals to negative 27. Okay, you can calculate using your calculator. So this is negative 27. So R cube equals to negative 27. So R is equals to cube root of negative 27. Okay, you can calculate this using calculator. So we will get R is equals to negative 3. Alright. So we already have the value of R. Okay, so R settled. Now we need to find A. Alright, so to find A, we can substitute this value of R. Okay, we substitute R equals to negative 3 either into the first, or we also can use second equation. So for this example, I will substitute into the first equation. So the first equation is A R is negative 3 equals to 45. So A is equals to 45 over negative 3. So A is equals to negative 15. Alright, so also settle for A. So dapat A. So lengkap lah, kita dah ada A dan dah ada R. So now we can substitute the value of A and R into the formula Tn. Okay, so Tn is equals to AR to the power of n minus 1. So A is negative 15 and R is negative 3 power of n minus 1. Alright, so we get the formula. Okay, the thing that we want, which is Tn is negative 15 times negative 3 power of n minus 1. Alright, dan pastikan jangan buat silap lah, jangan darab pula ni tak boleh darab ni sebab negative 3 dia ada power of n minus 1. Okay, kalau dia power tak sama, dia tak boleh darab. Alright, so just like that. Okay, the answer. Okay, so in this question, we also use formula of Tn, okay, for geometric progression. Alright, so okay ke ni?
Yes, Cimi, kita ada berapa soalan lagi?
Okay, semua ada 7. Tapi ikutlah kalau tak nak semua pun.
Okay, so tak apa, tak ada masalah,
Fine,
boleh teruskan. Students pun ramai yang jawab tadi dapat
Okay,
negatif
alright.
15.
So, baguslah
Equals to negative
sambil
3.
tengok penyelesaian yang saya buat ni, kamu pun cuba jugalah. Alright.
Ya, students memang sama. Alhamdulillah.
Alright, so kita pergi ke next example, example 3. Okay, so now we're going to use the formula for summation of the first n term, which is Sn. So, you kena buat turunkan formula tadi. Okay, tak sini lah, senang nampak Oops. Okay, so third example. Okay, find the sum of each geometric series. Okay, so bila dia guna tambah-tambah ni dia panggil series Okay, kalau yang carta ni dia progression lah sebab tapi dia tak tunjuk pun. Okay, bentuk je tu. Right, so this is series, geometric series. Okay, so the question is we need to find the sum. Okay, the sum means we need to find S. Okay, or Sn lah. Okay, we need to find Sn. Alright, so to find Sn, formula for Sn, okay, ada dua. Okay, we have A r to the power of n minus 1 over r minus 1 or A 1 minus r to the power of n over 1 minus r. Okay, so nak tentukan kita nak guna formula yang mana, kita kena tengok dia punya nilai r lah. Okay, so to use this formula, we need three things lah, which is we need to find A, we need to know A, we need to know R, and we need to know, for in this question, we need to know N. So that's mean we need to know we want to add the term until up to what term. That's mean we need to know 26244. Sebut lebih 26244 is what term. Okay. N yang keberapa ni? Okay. Sebab kita nak tambah sampai ke sini, so kita kena tahu lah dia ni term yang keberapa. Okay. Alright, so we need also to find value of n. Okay. Alright, so first, okay, is A, because A is just the first term, which is 4. So A is 4. So settle A 4. And then R, okay, R is a common ratio. Common ratio, the formula is Tn over Tn minus 1. So in this series, we can pick any term. So let's say I choose T2 over T1. So T2 is 12 and T1 is 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. So R is equals to 3. And we need to know also, okay, 26244 is what term. Okay, we need to know the n. Okay. Alright, so we can use the formula for Tn. So Tn is AR to the power of n minus 1 equals to 26,244. Okay, so and also we all know the value for R and A. So we can substitute. Okay, A is 4, R is 3 to the power of n minus 1 equals to 26244. Okay, so we need to rearrange this equation so we get the value of n. Alright, so first we can bring 4 to the right hand side, so we can divide, okay, both sides with 4. So we get 3 to the power of n minus 1 is equals to 26244 divided by 4. This is equals to 6561. Okay. Alright, so since n is at the index or at the power of 3, so to bring down the n, okay, we need to ln both sides. Okay, we need to ln both sides. Okay.
Okay, bagus. Siti
So,
Fatimah Zainal, dia mencadangkan log both side. Yes, tepat sekali. Betul, Sarimi.
okay, so very good. So you know how to do it. Okay. So from here we can use properties of ln, which is we can, if we have ln x to the power of n, we can bring the power to the front. Okay, so it's become n ln x. So we can bring power n minus 1 to the front. Okay, so it's become n minus 1 times ln 3 equals to ln 6561. Okay, and then we can bring ln 3 to the right hand side, so we can divide each both side with ln 3. So n minus 1 is equals to ln 6561 over ln 3. Alright, so you can calculate this using your calculator. Okay, so you will get 8. Okay, the answer is 8. Okay, so n minus 1 is 8, so n is equals to 9. So that's mean 2 apa tadi 26244 kan. 26 244 ninth term. Okay, T9. Jadi maksudnya kita punya SN yang kita nak cari tu adalah kita akan nak cari S9 lah. Okay, sebab the last term is 9th term. So that's mean kalau tambah semua tu adalah S9. Okay, so the formula for S9, okay, since R is greater than 1, so kita akan guna yang ni lah, yang A, R to the power of N minus 1 over R minus 1. Since R is equals to 3 3. A tadi apa? A 4. Okay, so ni Sn. So kita nak cari S9. So S9 is equals to, so A is 4. R is 3 to the power of 9 minus 1 over 3 minus 1. So just put this value in calculator, we get 39364. So we get the sum of the first 9 term is 39,364. Okay. Alright. So that's how we find the Sn for this equation. Cuma sinilah yang ini bila melibatkan ln, so you need to know how to use the property correctly. Okay, so we can solve n. So we get n. Alright, so B and C, ada C ni. Okay, so sama je lah B and C is just the same with the previous example. So saya tak boleh tunjukkan kot. Bagi jawapan je lah Okay, so yang ini untuk B kita akan cari S6. Okay, because 31.25 is T6. Okay, so we need to find S6. So kamu carilah. Okay, ini nilai A and R. So kamu akan dapat S6 ni adalah 7875 over 4. Ataupun in decimal, this is 1968.7 5. Okay, you can try by yourself. And also for C, soalan ni semua student Okay, yang ini S13. Okay, because negative 8192 ni dia adalah T13. Okay, so jawapan dia negative 60,382. Okay, so you can do this. Sama je, cara dia sama macam yang inilah. Dia cuma tukar nombor je pun. Okay. Alright, so that is example 3. Sempat ke salin ni? Okay, biar situ dulu. Alright, so kita akan move to next example. Example 4. Okay, so example 4. If the sequence 1, okay, 0.4, 1.6, 0.064 is a geometric sequence, okay, find the sum of the first 6 term. So, benda yang kita nak cari adalah the sum of the first 6 term, which is S6. Okay, so we need to find S6. Alright, so tak kira lah untuk TN ke SN kita mesti ada 3 maklumat ni lah. Okay, kita ada A, 2 lah, A and R. 2 ni sangat penting lah. Okay, the first term and the common ratio. Alright, so to find the sum of the first 6 terms, so we need to find A and R first. Alright, so A is very simple because we just can take from the sequence, which is A is 1. The first term is 1, so A is equals to 1. And R, we can use the formula Tn over Tn minus 1. So for this question, I will use T2 divided by T1. So T2 is 0.4 divided by 1. So R is 0.4 ataupun okay, is 0.4. Okay. So we already have the value of A and R. So what left is just substitute into the formula. So since Sn has two formula, so we need to refer to the value of R. So R here is less than 1. So that means we need to use this formula. Sn is equals to A 1 minus R to the power of N over 1 minus R. Okay. So N is 6, so S6, N is 6, Ka is 1, so 1 minus 0.4 to the power of 6 over 1 minus 0.4. Right, so you can use your calculator to calculate this value. Okay, so this is 1 minus 0.4 to the power of 6 over 1 minus 0.4. Okay, so the answer is 1.63. Okay, 5984. Okay, so very simple. Okay, very straightforward question. Okay, just use the formula of Sn. So formula Sn, we need two information, which is A and R. So apa persoalan pun lah. Okay, untuk geometric sequence ni mesti ada A, mesti ada R. So that is the most important thing that we need to find. Alright. Ni senang je lah. Okay. Example 5. Okay, still about the sum. Okay, the sum of the first four terms of a geometric sequence is 80 and has a common ratio of negative 1 over 3. So calculate the first term, the eighth term, and the sum to infinity. Alright, so this question has sum to infinity. Right, so we do the first question, which is the first term. Okay, the first term is A. So we need to find A. Alright, so the information that given to us is the sum of the first four term. Okay, this is S4. Okay, of a geometric sequence is 18. So S4 is 18. 80. And the common ratio, okay, which is R, is negative 1 over 3. Alright. So to find A, that's mean we're going to use the formula for Sn. Okay. Alright, so Sn, since R is less than 1, Sn is A, 1 minus R to the power of n over 1 minus R. So we have the information about S4. So S4 is A, 1 minus KR adalah negative 1 over 3 power of 4 over 1 minus negative 1 over 3, and we know that S4 is 80. Okay, so we can simplify this. This is okay, so atas ni jadi A times yang ni jadi 80 over 81. Okay, bawah ni dia akan jadi 4 over 3. Okay, so we can bring all this information to the left hand side. So A is equals to 4 over 3 times 80, okay, times 81 over 80. Okay, because here is multiply, so bila pindah sana dia akan terbalik lah. Okay, and then we can eliminate 80. Okay, so apa yang tinggal sini adalah 4 times 81 over 3, which is equals to, okay, A is equals to 108. Right, so we found the value of A, or the first term, is 108. So settle with the first part of the question, which is to find the first term. Okay, so ini A. Then B, find the eighth term. Eighth term mean T8. So we need to find T8 for this question. Okay, so A, we already know A is 108. And from the question already given, the value of R, which is negative 1 over 3. So we just substitute into the formula. So T8 is AR to the power of 8 minus 1. So A is 108 times negative 1 over 3 power of 7. So yang ini masuk dalam calculator je. So jawapan dia negative 4 over 81. Okay. So yang tu soalan B. Mudah aja. Bila kita ada A dengan R ni mudah lah aja. Just substitute the value into the formula. Okay, and then the last part of the question is to find the sum to infinity. Okay, S infinity. Alright, so S infinity, formula dia adalah A over 1 minus R. Okay, so for this chapter, ni kena confirm dengan Cikgu Wan. Semua formula dia bagi kan? Or the formula Tn, Sn dengan S infinity ada kan dalam senarai formula? Cikgu Wan boleh respon.
Ya.
Semua ada kan?
Yes, formula diberi.
So tak ada masalah lah.
Formula diberi
dah diberi. So just guna je lah. Okay. Alright, so S infinity is A over 1 minus R. So we know the value for A is 108. And over 1 minus R. R is negative 1 over 3. So ni masuk calculator je. Kita akan dapat jawapan dia 81. Okay. So basically part ni sangat mudah lah. Okay. Geometric sequence.
Tinggallah soalan. Q&A.
Okay. Alright. So okay. Setakat tu. Macam mana respon pelajar okay?
Okay, so far semua pun dapat 81. Atika, Izzati, Sarahanim, Zari Suraya, Arina Alisha, Dania. Okay, semua dapat 81. Ramai lebih daripada 15 students.
Okay,
Managed
so
to get the
soalan
same.
biasanya straightforward lah for untuk ni geometric sequence. Alright, so soalan dia lebih banyak dia manipulate the formula je lah. Okay, kadang-kadang dia bagi A, kadang dia bagi R, kadang dia bagi TN. So just play around with those value, find A, R and the value into the formula. So you get the answer. So soalan ni macam main puzzle chapter ni. Okay. Okay, so ada lagi dua. Okay, kita tengok example 6. Okay, the fourth and the seventh term of a geometric series are 1 over 2 and 1 over 16. Okay, respectively, determine the first term and the common
Sarimi,
ratio.
mungkin ini boleh yang terakhir before I take over for the application, because otherwise the application kan quite tough kan.
Application ni.
This is application already. You already chosen the.
So macam mana nak skip ke 7 terus?
Yes, I think better yang ni, this one.
Okay.
Using the S infinity. Okay, maybe try 1 or 2 question.
Alright, so kita masuk ke sini Ini apa? Bagi application So geometric sequence ni sebenarnya dia punya application dia sangat banyak lah dalam dunia sebenar Okay, ada yang digunakan dalam economics, okay, untuk cari apa? Compounding interest semua tu kan, pulangan pelaburan, okay, macam certain model untuk pandemik sekarang kan COVID pun kadang ada juga berkaitan dengan sequence and series jugalah. Okay.
But nanti boleh share link YouTube kaitan sebab ni apa Nomboria Sifiria the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the information for geometric sequence is to change the repeating decimal ataupun setengah buku dia tulis recurrent betul lah istilah itu tak apalah repeating decimal into a fraction form ataupun sini dia kata written in some infinite series. Okay. Alright, so to change, because we can change this, the repeating, because we know when the decimal is repeating, this is a rational number. Okay, the rational number. Rational came from the word ratio. That means we can form it into the form of fraction A over B. So we can change back this decimal into a fraction form. Okay, so how we going to do that? We can use geometric sequence. Okay, so 0.27272727 and so on. Okay, sometimes we can write as 0.27. We have bar on these two value, means that the value is repeating at the digit 27. Okay, so kalau ada nampak bar ni, atas bar ni maksudnya nilai yang berulang tu lah, dia akan berulang pada 27, 27, 27. So tak perlulah tulis banyak kali 27. Just put a bar on the number to indicate that the number is repeating. Okay, we can change this to a decimal form. Okay, cara dia adalah kalau kita tengok sini, kita boleh separate sum of the number here. Contohnya sini kalau kita tengok sebabkan dia berulang pada 27, 27, 27. Okay, so we can separate pada tempat yang dia berulang tu lah. Dia akan jadi hasil tambah the sum of 0.27 plus 0.0027 plus 0.000027 and so on lah. Okay, where if we take the sum of this value, we were going to get back this recurring decimal. Okay, so if we look at this sequence, this series, this is a geometric series. Okay, this is a geometric series. Okay, that's mean we can, and this is a sum, so that's mean we can find the sum. Okay, and the sum is go on forever up to infinity. So this is the sum to infinity. Okay, so that's mean if we can find the sum to infinity, this is equivalent with this recurring decimal. Alright, so to find the sum to infinity, the formula is a over 1 minus r. So we need to find a and r. This is very easy to find because a is just the first term, okay, which is 0.27, and r we can take the formula t2 over t1, okay, which is 0.0027 divided by 0.27. This is equals to 1 over 100. Okay, so we get the value of a, we also get the value of r. So we just plug in these two values into the formula of sum to infinity. So we're going to get Ka is 0.27 divided by 1 minus 1 over 100. Okay, so basically just put into the calculator. So if you use the new type of calculator, okay, yang warna silver ataupun yang hitam yang terbaru tu, dia akan bagi dalam bentuk decimal lah. But if you use the old one, the black one, yang itu dia akan bagi dalam bentuk decimal. Okay, still can change to ni lah, to fraction. Alright, so ni saya kira secara biasalah. So 0.27 ni sama juga dengan 27 over 100. Okay, 1 minus 1 over 100 is 99 over 100. So this is two fraction, divide. So this equals to 27 over 100 times. Okay, bahagi jadi darab. Kemudian pecah di bawah ni dia terbalik jadi 100 over 99. Okay, so 100 we can cancel. Okay, 27 and 99 also we can simplify because 27 is 3 times 9. Okay, 99 also 9 times 11. So kita boleh simplify, ni adalah 3, yang ini 11. Okay, so sum to infinity is 3 over 11 ataupun sum to infinity is actually this repeating decimal lah, which is 0.27. Okay, repeating itself on the number digit 27 is equals to 3 over 11. And you can boleh ambil calculator, cuba masukkan 3 bahagi 11 ni, betul tak jawapan dia? 0.272727. Okay. Macam mana nak share ni Okay. Okay, so ni screenshot calculator So kalau kamu tekan calculator 3 over 11 akan dapat 0.272727 and so on. So maksudnya betul lah. Ni dia punya fraction dia. Okay. So that's one of the application about geometric sequence. Okay, boleh.
Okay, terima kasih Sir Sarimi atau panggilan glamour Sir Shimi. Thank you so much for sharing the knowledge regarding geometry. I really hope that it's improved your understanding in basic for the basic geometric sequence topic. So I will continue with application of geometric sequence and arithmetic sequence. Okay, are you ready? Okay, please share to your friends the link for this YouTube channel or this YouTube link and the Telegram group as well, okay? Share-share kepada kawan-kawan biar lagi ramai tahu So bila ramai yang tengok, cikgu akan lebih bersemangat untuk buat untuk next sesi. Nak lagi tak? Next week nak lagi tak? Dengan jemputan pensyarah yang hebat-hebat. So please share to your friends, okay? So are you ready? Let's get started. Okay, thanks again Sir Shimi. Thank you so much ya.
Okay.
Okay, share screen. Okay, boleh minum air dulu sebelum Teacher Wan share berkenaan application. Application. Okay. Okay, let me share screen for you. Okay, kalau dah start nampak screen Teacher Wan, boleh bagi tahu Okay, untuk students PDT currently you all mesti ada terima beberapa assignment untuk dibuat sama ada individual assignment ataupun group assignment ya. And dalam masa dekat ni kita akan ada UPS 3. UPS 3 di mana ia mengandungi chapter beberapa chapter akan diberitahu oleh you all punya pensyarah Okay. And I'm pretty sure ada juga yang dah belajar tajuk circle So mungkin next week kita akan further dengan tajuk circle. Okay. So are you ready? Boleh share screen sekarang. Boleh tengok screen. Okay. Jika sudah nampak screen teacher, bagi tahu Okay, nampak madam. Okay, thank you Fatimah Zainal. Alright. So, mari kita tengok soalan application. Ini adalah beberapa soalan yang I dah pilih daripada senang, medium dan agak mencabar lah. I'm really sure that you all pun dah buat beberapa soalan di dalam lecture. So, I'm not going to teach you from the scratch. I just mungkin kita berbincang kepada soalan-soalan ini mengikut pengetahuan sedia ada you all. Okay. So let's look at example 1. Haikal find a part-time job as a tutor with 600 per month annually and increase by 48 ringgit a year. So meaning that if this year his salary is 600, so the following years his salary will be right at the comment 645. Kucing Teacher Wan pun nampak. Okay. So how much does he expect to earn after 15 years? Okay, how much does he expect to earn after 15 years? Ada ke orang jadi tutor selama 15 tahun kan? Tapi dia kira-kira lah macam you all kira-kira benda yang tak pasti kan? Okay, so kita tulis dulu sequence dia. Okay, tapi sebelum kita tulis sequence, kita state dulu N kita adalah apa? N kita adalah after kenaikan ke? After increment ataupun sekarang? Before dia ada kenaikan? So if the question tips if the question wants after 15 years kan, so kita state the N is after the increment and after increment lah, increment. Okay, so after increment, so 600 after increment it will be 645 ringgit and then followed by another 45 plus, so it gives us 690 and seterusnya lah. Okay, dot. Alright. So what is our A? Okay, what is our A? Okay, our A is 645 and then our D is 45 positive. Okay, so after 15 years, meaning that T15 or S15? Dia nak total gaji dia daripada tahun pertama sampai tahun ke-15 ataupun pada tahun ke-15. So, the question one, after 15 years, so T15. So, T15 equals to, okay, this is basically arithmetic kan, sebab every year he has increment 45, genap 45. So A plus 14D. So A is 645 plus 14. Okay, can you calculate for me? What's the answer? Okay, tekan calculator. Okay, very good. Okay, D45, 645. Tolong tekan calculator berapa? Okay, boleh tekan calculator you all? 14 times 45 plus 645. Okay, 1275, right? 1275. Okay, so easy? Easy, boleh? Okay, so I'll proceed. Alright. Okay, so please 1275. Okay, please calculate for me. Alright, we continue. Example 2. The value of N. Oppo handphone. So I edit sikit OP Oppo iPhone. Decreases 10% each year from its original value. So dia berkurang, biasalah semuanya ada penurunan kalau gadget ni makin tahun by years it will decrease the values So from its original price 750 ringgit, find the value of the phone after 8 years. Okay, so again, because the question one after 8 years, so our N will be the values after decreasing 10%. Okay, so the N is not 750. Our T1 nanti ni our T1 we're not gonna start with 750 but after penurunan after the decreasing 10% discount So our N is after this decreases N okay, so tak apa. Okay, so I tulis T1 so T1 will be okay, harga asal 750 ringgit times with the 10%. 10% out of 750. Okay, so percent we can change to decimal. So it will be times with 0.1 times 750. Right? Okay, tips dekat sini tips. We have 750 and we have 750 over here, right? So what we will do is we factor out 750. So this will become 1. Sorry, not factor out, Not factor out, this is darab sorry, not darab, that's why. Minta maaf ya. Minus. Teacher 1. Okay, so minus because harga asal. Okay, kita nak tahu berapa pengurangan diskaun itu tadi setelah 10% daripada 750. Okay, so 750 factor out 1, tolak tinggal 0.1. Okay, so 750. Okay, this will become 0.9. Alright. Okay, so you can calculate for me what's the value here. Okay. Okay, tetapi adakah soalan nak T1? Tidak, soalan nak T8. Okay, so teacher 1 actually I want to get the general formula. So I leave it T1 as it is. Now I am finding T2. So T2 is basically the price 750 itu tadi. Okay. Sorry, how do I say it is okay, ini pada tahun pertama adalah sekian. Ini pada tahun kedua dia akan berkurang lagi sebanyak 10% daripada harga tahun pertama, kan? I ulang lagi sekali, harga telefon itu pada tahun kedua akan berkurang sebanyak 10% daripada tahun pertama. So apa yang kita buat adalah T1 minus with 10% T1. Okay, So 10% lagi sekali daripada T1. So we are going to substitute the T1. So T1 is basically, okay. So dekat sini kita tukar persen kepada perpuluhan. So T1 minus 0.1 T1, right? 10% 0.1. Kalau 90% 0.9. Kalau 8%, kalau 8% 0.08. Okay. So T1 we factor out. Okay, T1 we factor out, we get 1 minus 0.1. Nampak tak I factor out ni sebenarnya? Ini apple. So apple I bawa keluar, tinggal satu apple. Tolak dengan 0.1. So I will get T1 times 0.9. Okay, now I am going to substitute T1 again. So our T1 here, we will substitute over here, okay? Okay, so it become 0.9 to the power of 2, 0.9 to the power of 2 times 750. Okay, so nampak tak? Tadi bila T1, 0.9 to the power of 1. Daripada harga asal 750. Sekarang pada tahun kedua, dia adalah 0.9 to the power of 2. N. So this is N. This is N. Okay? Masih lagi terhadap harga asal 750. Okay, I ask you question. If T3, can you estimate? Can you expect what it will be? So sama juga, I boleh buat lagi sekali, tapi untuk yang dah tahu tu dah boleh terus buat. Oh, dah ada jawapan dah. Okay, T2. Okay, ada yang bagi jawapan T2, tapi soalan tak minta T2, soalan minta T8. So that's why I need a general formula where if the question asks after 20 years pun I boleh dapat jawapan. Okay. So sekarang T3, okay, let's say I cuba lagi sekali untuk T3 supaya you lebih faham. So harga pada tahun ketiga mestilah berkurang lagi daripada tahun kedua. Berkurang sebanyak berapa? Decrease sebanyak 10%, another 10%. So dia akan berkurang lagi sebanyak 10% daripada T2. Tapi mesti tolak T2 tadi. Harga T2 tadi ni tolak dengan 10% daripada T2. Okay, so I am going to do the same. 10% is equal to 0.1 T2. Okay, now we are going to substitute our T2 values. Okay, but before that we going to factor out T2. So T2 is equals to 1 minus 0.1. Mana I dapat ini? T2 ini ada imaginary 1 kan? And then minus with 0.1. Okay, so it will remain 0.9. Okay, what is T2? What is T2? What is our T2? T2 is from here. We're going to substitute T2. T2 is 0.9 square 750. Okay, and then this is 0. Okay, I buat warna lain supaya lebih nampak. Because, okay. So, what will happen here? 0.9, 750. Okay. So, if we want T8, T8 equals to 0.9 to the power of 8 times with 750. Okay, can you give me the final answer? Give me the final answer at the comment below. Tak yalah, biarlah one screen. So what's the answer? Okay, T8. Okay, T8 boleh kira 0.9 to the power of 8 times 750. Okay, let me use the calculator on my phone. 0.9 to the power of 8 times with 750. Okay, 322.85 RM. So, the value of the phone after 8 years will be RM 322.85. You restate balik after 8 years. Okay. Macam biasa, I suka my student screenshot. Siapa-siapa boleh screenshot. Luqman. Do I have Luqman Oliana in here? Okay. So bila screenshot pun jangan ada black bar. Mesti on point lah. Okay. Alright. Can I continue? Faham tak? Boleh ke semua? Okay. Can I continue? Let me check whether you able to get the same as me. Oh yeah, I see Alifa and Luqman. Alright, thank you so much. Okay, can I continue for the next question? Boleh faham tak? Okay, Umairah, Luqman say yes. Okay, I really hope that other students also will be able to answer this kind of problem. So kesimpulan yang nak buat kat sini adalah kalaulah kata dia bagi benda lain lah kan, soalan lebih kurang macam ni lah decreases 20% ke, decreases 50% ke, and then dia minta sahaja after 20 years for example. So you boleh cari sama macam cara ni lah. Okay, you will expect if T20, so bergantung pada peratus yang dia bagi to the power of 20 times with harga asal dia tadi kat sini. Okay, but of course kalau you dapat tunjuk jalan kerja ni barulah membuktikan you memang betul-betul faham lah. Okay, so I'll continue for the next example. Example 3. Okay. Okay, I really love this question. Why I decided to choose this question to discuss with you tonight, because especially the question buktikan that it is follows the geometric sequence. Okay, tak apa, kita buat satu persatu. Okay, example 3, read the question. The mass of radioactive substance at a particular time n is Tn 13 times 1/7 to the power of 2n minus 1. Okay, determine the mass of radioactive substance at the time when n is 10. So n is 10, basically you just substitute T10, okay. (13) 1/7 2 times 10 minus 1. Okay, ada nampak student dia potong 13/7 ni. Boleh ke? Tak boleh 1/7 ini dia punya. Dia ada power. Ini orange, ini apple. Tak sama tak boleh didarabkan Okay. Unless you dah tekan calculator, you dah power kan, baru you boleh darab dengan 13. Okay. Alright. So 13 1/7 20 minus 1 19. Okay, can you give me the answer? Okay, you may leave it as this, or it's equivalent to 11.44046 times 10 to the power of negative 16. Tengoklah, kalau you cakap 11, kalau you cakap 1.1, so it will be times to the power of negative 15. Negative 15. Okay. Alright. Okay, next B. Okay, we've done part A. Now B. Show that the mass is follows geometric sequence. So dia nak buktikan function ini adalah geometric sequence. Okay, previously ramai sangat student yang bila kata buktikan geometric sequence, dia terus masukkan, dia ambil yang paling senang T3 over T2. Sama dengan T2 sama dengan T1. So tak boleh You hanya boleh buat macam ni jika dia bagi sequence. Contoh ini 2, 4, 8, 16. Yes, you boleh buat 16 bagi 8 dapat 2, 8 bagi 4 dapat 2. So you cakap, you buat kesimpulan yang this is the sequence given is a geometric sequence. Tetapi when given to you n, so n ini adalah general tau. So you kena buktikan dia sebagai dalam n juga. Dalam n juga. So maksudnya, okay, apa yang you buat ketika T3, T2 tu? Apa yang you buat adalah dia sebenarnya Tn over Tn plus 1 over Tn. Betul tak? Dia sentiasa 3 tu di atas. Yang lebih besar tu di atas, yang lebih kecil di bawah. Ataupun you boleh juga buat Tn over Tn minus 1. Tapi students ni biasa kalau involve dengan minus ni dia akan tend untuk buat salah lah compare tu dengan plus tambah satu kan lagi. So I choose yang inilah Okay, so I choose untuk buat yang ini. Okay, let's do this together. Okay, so Tn plus 1. Okay, what we have to do is buktikan Tn plus 1 over Tn. Mesti you dapat constant. You mesti dapat constant. Dia tak ada n. Dia tidak dipengaruhi oleh n. Meaning that it is independent of n. Okay, kita kena buktikan yang it is independent of n and we get a value of a constant which is a value itulah dia punya ratio. Okay. So we going to substitute at this general equation given to us. Okay. Okay, if this is n plus 1, kita just masukkan je lah dekat dalam n. So 13 1 over 7 2, n tadi ni bukan lagi n tetapi n plus 1. So I ambil pen lain, n plus 1, okay. Minus 1, okay. Boleh semua? Okay, and then over with 13, 1 over 7, 2n, okay. Ini n as it is, seperti dalam soalan. 2n minus 1, okay. So how are we going to solve this? Okay, 13, 1 over 7. Okay, so 2n plus 2. 2n plus 2 minus 1 over with 13, 1 over 7. Okay, 13 dengan 13 boleh cancel tak? 13 dengan 13 boleh cancel. So kita tak payah nak tulis banyak kali. So 1 over 7, 2n minus 1. Okay. Alright, 2 minus 1 adalah 1. Okay, I turun ke bawah. 1 over 7 to the power of ini dengan ini 1. So 2n plus 1. Okay. So index. Ni index. A3 bahagi dengan A negatif 2. Apa you buat? So dia jadi A3 negatif bawa naik jadi positif. Betul tak? Ataupun kalau A3 per A2. So dia akan jadi A3 tolak 2. That's what I'm going to apply for that. Okay, so minus. Dan jangan lupa bracket 2n minus 1. Okay, 2n cancel. 1 plus 1, 2. So 1 over 7 to the power of 2. Okay, so basically we get this is 1 over 49. So inilah dia sebenarnya ratio-nya. Ratio. Okay, so apa yang you boleh buat ikut ayat yang I sebut tadi at previously. The ratio is a constant, therefore constant tu maksudnya tak ada n lah. Dan you boleh kuatkan lagi pernyataan you n independent of n. Independent of n. Maksudnya dia tak ada 1 over, okay, for example dia bukan 1 over 49n ke, ataupun bila you kira-kira dia masih ada 1 over 49 to the power of n ke. Kalau you dapat macam ni, maksudnya ini bukan geometric series. Maksudnya dia dipengaruhi oleh benda lain. N tu akan, the values here akan berubah mengikut nilai n. Faham? Okay. So the ratio is a constant and independent of n. Okay, therefore it is a geometric sequence. Ini barulah cara yang betul untuk you menunjukkan sesuatu itu geometric sequence atau tidak. Ingatkan, not just for my students but all of you. Okay. So and then state the comma ratio. So this is the comma ratio lah. Restate lagi sekali. So the ratio R is 1 over 49. Okay. Alright. Can we continue for the next example? Yes? Okay, let's read the hand. mempunyai, okay, surface. Okay, find the value of n when Tn is less than 0.01. Okay, I repeat, find the value of n when Tn is less than 0.01. Okay, so dia nak itu, kita bagilah. C adalah dia nak Tn is less than 0.01. Okay, ambil sini sikit. C Tn is less than 0.01. Okay, so Tn ambil sahaja. Ambil sahaja seperti dalam question ni. 13, 1 over 7, 2n minus 1 is less than 0.01. Okay, boleh tak? Okay, so 13, 1 over 7 to the power of, okay. So apa kita nak buat ni? Okay, so instead of I tulis balik, why not 13 tu kita bawa ke belah kanan. Sebab ini darab sebenarnya kan. Bawa pergi sana jadi bahagi. Okay, 1 over 7 to the power of 2n minus 1. Okay, please write down the value 0.01 over 13. Okay. Okay, 0.769. Okay. So what we're going to do here when we want n, okay, ini macam ibarat layang-layang. Sekarang layang-layang di atas, kita kena tarik ke bawah. By doing that, we have to put log. If and only if we have log, then only we can bring n to the front. Okay, so log 1 over 7. Okay, 2n minus 1 log 0.000769. Okay, bear in mind log kalau pecahan, kalau log pecahan, log less than 1, in between 0 until 1 dia mesti negative. So if negative, if you are multiplying or dividing with negative number, you have to change sign. So bear in mind. So cuba tekan log 1 over 7. Negative 0.8451. Betul ke tidak? Sama tak? Sama ke tidak? Mari tengok kat komen. Adakah you all dapat benda yang sama macam I? Yes. Ramai yang cakap log both side. Tapi adakah you... Okay. Okay, betul sama. Okay, very good. Amin, Aisyah, Humaira. Okay, you all dari college mana? Perkenalkan diri semua. Adakah semua dari College Matriculasi Negeri 9? Atau ada dari tempat lain? We would love to know you. Okay. Alright. So, 2n minus 1. Okay. So, we are going to divide with negative number. Negative number, so change sign. Okay, tekan calculator sekarang. Log 0.000769 over negative 0.8451. Berapa ni? Dapat 3.6849. Betul? Okay, so 2n 4.6849. So when you divide by 2, okay, n will be 2.3424. Okay, what does it mean by this? It means that n can be okay, the next integer. Sebab n mesti integer. Sebab n ini adalah sebutan keberapa. Okay, the first term ke, the second term ke, the seventh term ke. So dia kena genap. Okay, dia kena genap. Jadinya 2 memang tak boleh sebab dia nak n lebih besar pada 2. So dia boleh jadi 3, 4, 5, 6 dan seterusnya. So n mestilah lebih besar daripada 3. Takkanlah you nak senaraikan semua 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sampai infinity kan. So you just state that n is greater and equals to 3. Okay, what does it mean by this? I explain lagi sekali. Maksud dia untuk dapatkan, okay, Tn is less than 0.01. Maksud dia T3 akan bagi jawapan, start daripada T3 akan bagi jawapan 0.01. T4 pun akan memberikan jawapan 0.01 juga, kurang dari 0.01. Nilai yang sangat kecil. Kalau you tak percaya boleh masukkan. Okay. Betul tak? Okay. You boleh check T1. Mesti dapat lebih besar daripada 0.01. Dan T2 pun akan dapat lebih besar daripada 0.01. This what the equation means lah. Okay, I tunjuk satu, yang lain you buat sendiri. Okay, contoh you masukkan satu dalam Tn. Example. Okay, proof. Okay, T1. You masukkan 13, 1/7. 2 times 1. 2n. So 2 minus 1. So 13/7. So 13/7 tu kan adalah 1 point something. Okay, so nilai yang besar dia nilai yang besar. So kalau you masukkan T2 pun nilai dia akan besar juga. Tapi bila you masukkan T3, you cari T4, you cari T5, all the fourth term, the third term, the seventh term where the n is greater than 3, it will give you a values that very small, which is less than 0.01. Faham tak? Okay, jawapan nak jawab yang mana, madam? Jawapan yang ini je sudah, sayang. Jawapan yang ini je sudah memadai. Okay, so dia sebab dia nak n kan? N greater, n equals 3 sahaja. Okay. Oh, Amin ni my previous students. Hi Amin, all the best matric student. Okay, Fatimah, Fatin, Auni, semua faham. Okay, maybe kita minta dia highlight sikit komen. Okay, very good. Okay, kita jangan jawab n equals to 3 sahaja. Kita jawab n equals to 3, 4, 5. So ataupun n lebih besar daripada 3. Okay. Okay, cikgu rasa ini soalan yang paling mencabar lah. Dah tak jumpa dah soalan lagi mencabar daripada ni. So kalau you boleh buat ni, if you are able to do this, A+. Okay. Okay, boleh screenshot. Ini soalan exam pasir paper. Cuma dia buat hoki, bola hoki, I buat basketball so bonus untuk you all, soalan pasir. Okay. Cuma soalan pasir dia ada 2. I ambil satu soalan saja. Sebab kalau you boleh buat, insyaAllah you boleh faham lah soalan seterusnya. Okay. Okay, a basketball is dropped from height 3 meter. Okay, a basketball. Okay, so ini 3 meter. Each time the ball hits the floor, it bounces 4/5 of its previous height. Betul tak? Biasalah lumrah bola kan, dia mesti makin lama makin apa? Daripada tinggi, mestilah makin lama makin menurun macam tu kan? Macam tu kan? Okay, ada ke bola makin lama makin tinggi? Itu yang main-main ada orang tolong bouncing kan untuk you lah maksudnya tak lama dah tu Okay, so basketball kalau dia daripada height 3 meter, dia dah cakap yang seterusnya akan lebih rendah daripada sebanyak berapa? Okay, 4/5 daripada yang sebelumnya, kemudian 4/5 lagi daripada sebelumnya dan seterusnya Okay, so ini akan jadi 4/5 daripada 3 meter. Kemudian ini akan jadi lagi turun lagi 4/5 daripada yang mana? Yang sebelumnya sebelumnya. Okay, so that's why kita kena cari yang kedua dulu lah, yang 4/5 daripada so that's why I kena okay, so kita kena cari. Alright, so jadinya okay, so kita akan buat seperti yang tadi lah. Seperti yang tadi. Macam mana kalau gaji itu, apa soalan tadi yang kita buat yang menurun sebanyak 10% tadi tu kan? So kita akan start dengan T1. Okay, T1. Okay, so soalan nak hide the ball after reach at the 6 bounds. Okay, at the 6 bounds. T6. Okay. The 6 brown. Panas. Panas. Ni, kuat sikit. Okay. Alright, I continue. Okay, so T1 equals to okay, sekarang ini tak kira ini tak kira. Ini kita tak kira sebagai dia starting dia menurun, tidak kita tak kira our n is when the bouncing is 4/5 from the previous. Okay, so 4/5. Okay, 4/5/3. And then T2 4/5 times with 4/5 dari siapa? Dari T1, bukan dari 3 Kalau tak semua pun dapat jawapan sama lah yang. Dia mesti daripada T1. Okay, T1 kita apa? Kita akan masukkan T1 kita tadi. T1 kita adalah ini T1 kita. Okay, so T1 kita adalah 4/5 3. Okay, so 4/5 square 3. Okay. Okay, square ni I tulis molek-molek sikit. Okay. 3 ni besar kan? Supaya you tak confuse. Ataupun kita atas sikit. Okay. So 3, 4/5 square. Kita kalau log ke, sin, cos, tangent, and then kalau ada power dekat atas, biasa kita letak benda tu kat belakang. Nombor integer tu kita letak di hadapan. Okay, so highlighter menyebabkan you all tak nampak Alright. Okay, can I continue? Yes? Alright. So, what do you expect for T? Okay, so bila T2, 3, 4/5. Bila Tn, dia akan 3, 4/5 to the power of n, right? Seperti yang kita buat tadi. Okay, so if you want T6, 3, 4/5 to the power of 6. Okay, please press your calculator. Berapa answer? Okay, calculate 4/5 times with, bukan times power of 6. Times with 3. 0.78. Okay, give your answer in 4 decimal places. Those yang tengah buat assignment tu, I really hope that this will help Sama soalan, bouncing juga. Okay. So, okay, mari kita tengok masa. Masa sudah pun menunjukkan pukul 10. Okay, I mungkin ada lagi 1 atau 2 soalan kalau you boleh tunggu Boleh harap-harap bersabar Okay, ini sudah menjawab soalan? Yes, sudah menjawab soalan T6. So lepas ni whatever dia minta you boleh bagi. Senang kan? Okay, kalau dia nak T20, the 20th bounce. So you just T20 masukkan dekat dalam the general formula. Okay, substitute on the general formula here. Okay. Oh, bila highlight tu dia jadi warna ni Dia jadi tak nampak Okay. Okay. Alright, so hopefully nampak lah Dia sudah padam tu. Okay, jelas madam. Very good. Hafiz Alias. Okay. Alright. So next, example 5. Okay, tadi sama dengan I, Nur Adila. Okay, very good. Okay, let's read together. A direct sale company started out with 2 members. In the first generation, ni MLM, Shaklee, cari orang-orang bawah kan. Macam ni lah. Okay. It is the policy of the company that each member has to recruit another 2 new members under him. Tak payah ramai, 2 je. 2 cari 2, 2 cari 2. So dia akan jadi berkembang lah. Okay, so let's draw so that you get the whole picture, ya. Itulah rupa dia. And then dia kata each member has to recruit another 2 new members under him. Okay, so nampak first generation, second generation. Okay. Okay. So sekarang ni first, second, third. So dia nak bila? Dia nak greater than 1200. Okay. Okay. Find the minimum number. Okay. Find the minimum number of generations such that the total number of the members exceed 1200. So what do you expect? TN ke? The n term ke? The question one. Which generation? 7 generation ke? Atau dia nak semua? Okay, dia nak total semua. Okay. Okay, so alright, so now we are finding SN is greater than 1200. Okay, so before that, we want to know whether this is arithmetic or geometric. Okay, so let's find out. So if this is 2, this is 4, this is berapa ni? 2, 4, 6, 8. Ini jadi berapa? Ni layer ini 16. Okay, so kalau kita senaraikan sequence dia 2, 4, 8, 16 So 16 bagi 8, 2. 8 bagi 4 pun 2. So R dia adalah 2. Okay, so this is geometric or arithmetic. This is arithmetic. Sorry. I sebut apa tadi? Okay, this is geometric. I dah tulis R. This is geometric. Tersasul lah cikgu. So apakah formula? So since R is greater than 2, bukan arithmetic. This is geometric. Because we have the constant common ratio. 16/8 dapat 2. 8/4 dapat 2. Okay. So R is greater than 1. Tadi Sarimi ada sebut. Sarimi ada sebut kalau R itu okay, I pun ada share dekat dalam group. Okay, I ada share dalam group semua orang. If R is greater than 1 macam dalam case kita, so the formula ini yang kita akan pakai. So ARN minus 1 over R minus 1. Okay. Okay, so ARN minus 1 over R minus 1 greater than 1200. Okay. So we will substitute all the values here. So our A dalam case kita start dengan 2 and then R adalah apa? Okay, I ataskan sikit. You dah baca soalan kan? Okay, R adalah 2 to the power of n minus 1 over 2 minus 1. So it's greater than 1200. Okay, tolong highlight komen kat bawah. Okay, 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay. So 2 and minus 1. Okay, 1200 divided by 2. So 600. Okay. 2 and greater than 601. So again, we want n. What we gonna do? What we gonna do if we want n? Drop at the comment. Siapa yang pertama komen? Okay, kita mesti log both side. Yes. Log 2 and greater than log 601. Okay. Yes, lock both side. Okay, Hafiz Ilyas paling cepat. Luqman kena cuba lagi Luqman. Okay, so N adalah, okay, cuba tekan for me, log 601 over log 2 dapat berapa? Okay, let me use the calculator. Log 601 over, dengar, log 2. Okay, so we get 9.23. 9.2312. Okay, do you manage to get the same answer as me? Okay. Yes, kalau yes, tulis yes. Okay. Alright, so apakah maksud dia tadi? Maksud dia, okay, assuming that every, okay, find the minimum number of generation such that the total number of member exceed 1,200. Okay, dia nak the minimum number yang diperlukan supaya mencapai, melebihi sebanyak 1,200. So dia memerlukan 9 generation ke 10 generation? Kalau 9 cukup ke tak? 9 tak cukup sebab dia dah kata N mesti lebih besar daripada 9.2. So 9 tak cukup. So the 10th generation barulah dia mencapai total number of member exceed 1,200. Yes, very good. Hafiz, Aisyah, Wani, Burhanuddin, Alifah, Iliana, Fatimah. Semua dapat betul. So N adalah 10. Okay, ada yang nak cakap 12. Boleh tak cakap 12? Cikgu, N lebih besar dari 9, 12 pun lebih besar dari 9. 15 pun lebih besar dari 9, teacher. Boleh tak? Apakah jawapannya? Kenapa tak boleh? Kenapa kena 10? Apakah keyword yang mengatakan you kena ambil 10? You tak boleh ambil 15, 221. Kenapa? Because they nak the minimum number of generation. Maksudnya nilai yang N yang kita dapat ni mesti mematuhi lebih daripada 9.23 iaitu 10, 11, 12, 13. Tapi siapakah yang paling minimum? Iaitu 10. Yes, very good. Dia nak minimum. Hafiz, Aisyah, Sid, Fatimah, Nazar, Burhanuddin. Yes, very good. Awesome. I like comment mereka. Okay, N is equals to 10. So bear in mind the words, the key point, minimum number of generation. Okay. Cikgu rasa you all ni dah pandai dah ni. Bagus dah. Lepas ni boleh belajar circle elok-elok. Okay. So sebab dah boleh faham ni. Okay, very good. Okay, boleh screenshot. Screenshot masuk dalam group. Okay. Dah 10 suku. Boleh sempat lagi satu lagi yang terakhir. Sempat lagi? Sempat tak sempat? Sempat? Ataupun I berhenti setakat ini? Okay, so I rasa I berhenti setakat ni. Masa pun sudah mencemburui 10 suku. I let you to do it yourself. Example 6, boleh tak? Okay, I zoom in. Okay, siapa yang dapat jawapan? Okay, I nak buat pertandingan ni, I nak buat kontes. I bagi voucher RM10. Siapa yang dapat buat jawapan ini? Yang first. Hantar di dalam grup Telegram. Mari kita tengok siapa yang paling cepat. Snap jawapan anda dan upload dalam grup Telegram. I akan pilih 2, satu lelaki, satu perempuan. Okay? Okay? Yes, okay. So the game starts now. Okay? Nanti kita akan highlightkan pemenangnya untuk next week. Okay? So share dekat dalam grup siapa yang first then second. Okay. So that's it from me for today. Any question? Ada soalan lain? Okay, ada soalan lain? Tak ada? Okay, kalau ada soalan boleh tanya di komen di bawah. Okay, so you all dah boleh tutup buku dah. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you Fatimah. Thank you everyone. Ada tak dari college matric yang lain? Boleh drop a comment kat bawah? Ke semua sibuk buat soalan? Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks to you too for spending some time for our program. So we try to organize every Friday night. Every Friday night. Okay, yes, thank you so much to you too. Okay. So I think that's it from me. I really hope that you study, you keep on doing what you are doing now, which is attend the classes, try try to get the stable internet connection. Try lah, memang semua orang ada masalah. I know, I understand. Tapi you cubalah sehabis baik supaya you tidak ketinggalan. Okay. I zoom in lagi sikit soalan. Okay. Alright, dan jangan lupa sebar-sebarkan grup Telegram kita, Matric. So maksudnya dia terbuka kepada semua pelajar matrikulasi. Okay, jangan send personal dekat I, mesti send dekat dalam grup Telegram MADMATH. Kita banjirkan MADMATH punya grup. Okay, mari I tengok ada ke yang dah buat. Mari. Wow. Okay. Mari kita tengok dalam grup Telegram kita. Boleh share tak Telegram one? MADMATH. Ya. Tak boleh ya? Okay. So I masih menunggu dalam grup MADMATH. I masih menunggu 2 orang yang terawal. Boleh. Mari kita raikan mereka yang berjaya mendapat jawapan. A rumor was spread by 4 villagers in a village. Daripada pukul 9. Okay. Macam you all lah bergosip-gosip kan daripada pukul 9 and then habis sampai pukul 11 pagi. Berapa gosip tu berapa orang yang telah mendengar gosip itu. Selama dalam tempoh 2 jam itu daripada pukul 9 sampai pukul 11 jika period dia every 15 minit. So kalau you tengok kat situ 1 jam ada 4 period lah. Daripada 9 sampai 10 ada 4 period. So daripada 10 ke 11 you senaraikan. Okay. So I tunggu you all untuk kita sambung dekat dalam grup Telegram kita. Okay. For now, that's it for tonight. Okay, hujan kat sini pun dah lebat. I takut ada internet connection. Okay, that's it from me. Bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.